What is going on, guys? Craig 1287 here, bringing you some Battlefield 3 gameplay, but that is not the main purpose of this video. The main purpose of this video is to talk about the massive game-changing, no pun intended, announcement from Valve that came out on Monday about the SteamOS, that is the Steam operating system. Valve is also going to be making another announcement on Wednesday and then another announcement on Friday. And we'll get to that here in a second, but the SteamOS, this is a huge thing. I doubt they're going to be competing against Microsoft and things like that in terms of like the whole Office type of setting. This is a video game focused operating system. They've said that they're going to be working on designing it so that it is it's very streamlined. It doesn't have a lot of just fluffware that's going on in the background and things like that. So that your RAM and your CPU, all of that is primarily and as much as possible used towards your gaming that you're running at that time. And they haven't released very much in terms of the actual what it'll look like and things like that. They have stated that it is going to be based on Linux, and so some games that are on Steam do have Linux support. But for this SteamOS, even those that don't, you're going to be able to stream from your Mac computer or your Windows computer and be able to play all of those games on your SteamOS. And basically this is kind of like they're them stepping in and trying to compete against consoles and provide a console sort of experience for PC players. This is a operating system for PCs. It'll probably run on the Steam box. That's quite possibly what they're going to be announcing on Wednesday. And so it'll be a small box that's fairly competent with its hardware capacity. It'll be a pretty strong thing, probably. But it'll have a user interface that is meant for gamepads and controllers. They might come out with their own controller. That's a safe assumption. As to whether that is the Friday announcement or as part of the Wednesday announcement, if it is the Steam box, that's we'll see how that turns out. But it would make sense for them to have their own controller rather than using some third-party thing. That would really help with adoption rates and really just help convey that professional, complete package type of appeal. Because to get this OS, you don't have to have the Steam box for it, but to increase the adoption rate of it, having it attached to the Steam box is really going to help increase that adoption rate. Having it packaged with the hardware in addition to its own software, that's really going to help. So for them not to do some form of a Steam box, whatever they end up calling it, would just be madness. So hopefully that is what we will see on Wednesday. And if I'll post in the description the images that they tweeted out a while back, but it is a circle. Pretty much a 0, and that was the announcement for the SteamOS. And then they've got one where it's two brackets, and inside of those brackets is the same symbol for the SteamOS. So that kind of seems like Steam inside of a box, the Steam box. So that would only make sense. But I will have a link to the kind of the announcement page shown about this. You can read all the things that they're talking about, and it's pretty good read, not very lengthy, but some very interesting things. And this is very vague. They are not really covering too much. That family share plan that I talked about in that video previously is going to be involved with this. Whether you're using the Steam OS or not, as long as you have Steam, that family share plan, as well as 3 other new features, are going to be available on the Steam client, but they will be implemented into SteamOS. This is just a huge thing. This is a very risky move by Valve to go from something that just simply sells games that they themselves as well as others provide to now being an operating system for your entire computer. That's pretty pretty big, especially with them offering the operating system out free, in addition to free licensing, so that other companies can sell their computers with this as the operating system. I mean, that's costly. This is going to be a big strain. Obviously, the time that's gone into creating this, is very costly. But also for the, providing the servers and whatnot for people to be downloading this thing that is free. That's going to be costing them a whole lot. So they've really got to be able to churn out some money for this and make things profitable. As for the Friday announcement, this is purely and utterly my speculation. I'm hoping mostly that they will be announcing Source 2.0, whatever the new Source engine is, and then they'll be showing off some of the games that are going to be running off of Source, whatever the new Source engine is, and hopefully, it'll be showcasing it as this engine that runs natively on our new operating system, this whole SteamOS. Hopefully, it'll be something. There's a lot of threes. They've got Portal 3. They've got Left 4 Dead 3, they've got Team Fortress 3, and of course the big one, which would be Half-Life 3. If they were to announce any of those, especially Half-Life 3, as the launch titles for this SteamOS and Steambox, if they were exclusive, that would be a very, very risky and bold move. I don't even think they would do that. But maybe timed exclusive, things like that, that would be really, really cool. But that right there would seriously give them an edge in the adoption rate. So many people would purchase this Steam box and would adopt the SteamOS if it meant that was the only way of you playing Portal 3, Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3, Team Fortress 3. That would just be craziness. But this is very risky for them to do already with this, Steam box and software, other things aside. This operating system is incredibly risky. So there's a lot of potential for them to come out on top with this. Valve is a great company. Gabe Newell knows his stuff. But this is still an incredibly risky thing for them to do. So I really hope that they do come out on top. But I really hope that this pulls off and they don't get hit very hard. I hope that they're able to get something that lasts. It doesn't just fizzle after a few months. And read this. It's a lot of marketing talk, but definitely check this article out. Free operating system from Linux based. It'll be real, just optimized, real streamlined, have a great gaming-focused interface and things like that. I cannot wait to see what this actually is. Beta will probably be out soon. They don't really say anything about the beta. I don't believe it just says downloadable soon, free forever. It just says SteamOS will be available soon as a free download for users and as a freely licensable operating system for manufacturers. Stay tuned in the coming days for more information. So no mention of any beta, but obviously that could be the coming information over the next few days. So, guys, I can't wait to see what happens on Wednesday and Friday. Looking forward to this. This is massive, massive, huge thing for the gaming world. Especially PC gamers. This is huge. So yeah, cannot wait to see what comes out. And guys, check out the link below in the video description to read all the specifics yourself. And please leave comments as to what you think about this. Are you going to adopt this? Are you going to do it as a dual boot? Are you going to build a whole new system that has the SteamOS as the primary and only boot drive or boot system? What are your thoughts on this whole thing? Will Valve come out on top? Fingers crossed that they do. Hope you guys have enjoyed the gameplay and this haphazard discussion and are looking forward to the next few days. Have a good one. Ta-ta.